come on, nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we don't, what we is, what we isn't, and what we is here today, bringing you guys and girls One Piece, chapter 1029. Let me bring the chapter up, because I haven't done that yet. The chapter is here, alright. It has been getting later and later and later in the days when these things have been dropping, but oh, thank the heavens themselves that the chapter is here now, alright. And, I can see Bonnie on the front cover. How exciting. Before we get into the chapter you wanted to do, you know it is really appreciated, alright. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for more notifications for content like this. Give the video a thumbs up and follow me on all the socials and all that good stuff. Also, just because for whatever reason, half the time when someone actually does subscribe, it's not while I'm streaming. So I have set this up, so bada bing, bada boom. We're at 55 subs now. Thank you, Salik Smith, who subbed early this week. I noticed that you did that, so there you go. A little shout out for you. Alrighty though. Thank golly goodness, because it is Friday. Alright, the working week is over and I am damn excited for some One Piece this week, and I am damn keen to get straight into this greatness. Alright, so, let's get straight into it. Cover request by Arinko. Bonnie in a sober eating contest with sea otters. Damn right, Bonnie. Keeping the Australian pride strong, eating like a damn champion, alright? Represent us, girl. Represent us all. Yo. This is cute. I don't feel like we ever get enough of Bonnie. She's definitely one of the Supernova that I'm definitely the most excited to see. I mean, she's got links with Kuma. She's got links with the Warlords. She's got links with the Revolution. Oh. She's got links with the Revolutionaries now. She's got links with the world government, alright? She's had a link with Blackbeard in some capacity. She's definitely one of those characters where it's just sort of like, please, give us some more info on this bad-ass bitch. But, it is what it is. Let's get into it. Chapter 1029, The Tower. Alright. Who's fighting in a tower at the moment? Yeri Shota. Hi, bro. I'm excited for this chapter. Yo, you and me both, my guy. You and me both. So, let's get into this greatness. Alright, the tower. Who the hell's fighting in the tower at the moment? Zoro might get knocked up onto a tower. Maybe. If he brings the fight back in. Oh my god, I almost forgot last chapter ended with the Sanji Queen shit. Yo, let's go! Let's go! Something's up with Sanji. Yo, Kuma, good to see you made it, my guy. Good to see you made it. Just starting out. Yo, something's up with Sanji. Clatter. And the sword is shattered into 1,000 pieces, and you see Queen's got this like big ear-to-ear shit-eating grin, just like... Oh, what's up, mate? Yo, he shattered Queen Summer's sword? How? I could have sworn that blade was going for his throat. Was it armored Haki? But that wouldn't explain it. That wasn't Haki, was it? I remember Judge mentioning something before about making humans more durable with an accelerated healing factor and enhanced physical strength. Yo, so it is a form of healing factor. Honestly, I was torn whether or not the germ actually had a healing factor or not, or whether or not the iron skin just stopped them receiving damage as bad. Black and white here, clear as day. It's on. It's on the chapter. They have an accelerated healing factor. You cannot take that away from him now. Yo, I love how he's got to rip his jaw back out because it's indented from the sword. That's... Yo, here we go. Oh. Alright. About making humans more durable with an accelerated healing factor and enhanced physical strength. All topped off with hearts of ice. Yo, and we've got Queen getting silhouetted by his own big-ass lasers. He's like the discount Dr. Ock on steroids. Yo, if anyone out there has ever listened to a comedy band by the name of Ninja Sex Party, right? Queen is giving off the dinosaur laser fight sort of vibe. If you haven't heard that song, go check it out. Because that really be what Oda's been listening to while writing Wano. I swear to you. I swear to you. Yo. What if Big Mum is like the Germa? That's why her skin is tough. Ooh, true. Technically, their modifications would be a form of genetic modification, wouldn't it? So the enhanced durability might come from somewhere like that. That is actually a damn good point. That is a damn good point. Alright. Way to go. We got old man Chopper. Way to go, Sanji, my boy. You broke a sword with your bare neck. I'm loving old man Chopper. You look so damn cute though, hey. No, I don't want to be like those unfeeling monsters, yo, just thinking about his brothers. Yo, why does Yonji look so weird there? Yo, I don't know why Yonji's just looking weird. He's got odd earphones on and it doesn't meld well with his glasses. That's just doing me off. Since her parents are regular-sized humans, but she has some giant DNA. Ooh, Big Mum with some giant genes wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Hey. Oh my god. The tower. So Sanji's gonna get chased up a tower or something, is he? Hey. Where do you think you're going? What's happening to me? I need to figure out what caused this. Let me think for a bit. If this keeps up, Sanji, what's wrong? Am I going to lose my emotions? Yo, and Sanji's running off. It's a straw hat. He's muttering to himself. He's wide open. Shoot. Isn't that black lead Sanji? Fill him with lead. Yo. Hell yeah. Got it. That hurt, you bastard. Yo, Sanji is straight up immune to bullets now. That is cheeky as shit. Yo. All sorts of passive power-ups. I'm loving it. Chopper's role is just mascot right now, cheering. So sad. Hope to see his horn point make that more than Kung Fu point, to be honest. Yo, I would love to see Chopper fighting one of the CP members presently here. That would be interesting to me. Or... no. Chopper's not the kind to use chemical weapons. He wouldn't stoop to Caesar's level. It'd be good if he could manipulate some of the weapons that they've got to only affect the people that have smiles. Or, yeah. But then, we've got allies like that. I'm not even going to bother thinking about that. What? Uh-oh. Mwahaha. Get back here and put on your raid suit. Show me what German science can do, yo. Queen is thirsty running after Sanji on all fours, just like, put on the raid suit. Put on your suit, sweet Sanji. Yeah, I'm in a really goofy mood today, I'm not gonna lie, so you might get more of me just being a random bastard today. Yo, Queen is literally galloping after my boy, though. And it's funny, his tail's a claw, his left hand's a claw, and his ponytail's a claw. That's just... yeah, that's just so odd. Dude, just make the full transition. Make all your limbs claws and just go full Doc Ock. But with a long neck. Alright. Second floor. Hey, you don't look too good. Mama! What's the matter? You got a migraine? Oh! Okay. Yo, here we go. Get him, Hera. Napoleon. Eustacia! Oh, no, that's law. Eustacia. Yes, mama. Yo, and Hera and Napoleon do a combo lightning blade. Yo! And Kid's been done in partially. He's looking worse for wear. What the hell? Stop being dead weight. Oh, is he done in from Hawkins? What the hell? Stop being dead weight, Pant. Damn it, Pant. Yo, and my boy Law coming in so all sorts of smooth. Shambus. Counter shock. Ooh, I've done the camera in there. Oh, that doesn't fix it yet. There we go. That always seems to fix it these days. I'm right in thinking that Sanji's afraid that he might lose his emotions. Yeah, 100%. So that is definitely what Sanji's on the fret about at the moment, which honestly, I don't see him losing his emotion, but I could see maybe the storyline happening where he's not losing his emotions because his mum's modifications did work, but he lets some things happen because he's afraid he's not going to feel, right? And just out of neglect, some bad things happen, and he's got to get back and not feel as guilty. Yo, but Law straight up gamma shocks the big bitty in the face. Yeah, I love how it doesn't even seem like it penetrates her. It just like pushes her fat, just mid pitch slaps the big pitch. Counter shock, and kid's just done in. A reference. Both stolen, a type of German pastry and a mythological figure, Prometheus, who was famously punished for having stolen the... Oh, okay, this is for this bit. Alright. How dare you hurt Mama? Yo! No! No, that's my boy! Stolen fire. Yo, no! They straight up flame pillared Law. Yo, what is the agility? What is this shit? Yo, Big Mom starts laughing. Mama. She goes into the bloody squat stance and does a full front flip, and she's just flipping around, just vibing to the party. Comes down with her damn Prometheus Herablade, smacks kid clean on the head. Mama Raid. What is this bullshit? At first she's got the super sprint running around like bloody Saitama, just now she's doing bloody front flips like it's nothing. The big girl's got she's got agility. Yo, I think Sanji should realize that his new ability doesn't change who he is. If he's afraid to embrace them, he'll lose fights. He's a Vinsmoke. He should embrace it. 100% agree with you, mate. 100% agree with you. One thing to note about Big Mom's Devil Fruit ability is that when she's in Sea Stone, the homies are still able to use their abilities. This is proven when Napoleon is just shy to come out in... That is an excellent point. That is an excellent point. Big brain thinking they get XL. Alright. Oh, so the Mama Raid in Japanese is meant to sound like marmalade. That's funny. Yo! New subscriber! See? Doing the fancy stuff and testing out the new widgets. I appreciate it. Alright? Much appreciated. I think it's Chikawa Enua. Please let me know if I pronounce that wrong. I'm sorry with pronunciations, but cheers, my dude. Cheers. Yeah, Big Mom is just standing... Eustace Kid. Trafalgar D. Waterloo. Pick up your game. You're two of some of my favourite characters. Pick up your poop. Alright? Pick up your poop. Carry that shit on your shoulders. Wear it with pride. Alright? You have barely scuffed the big bitch. Alright? It's 2-on-1. You can crush her. I've seen Kid literally pick her up and throw her. Right? He's got it in his capabilities. Law's attacks bypass defense. And you're still getting extreme low diffed by a girl and her sprites. By an old lady and her sprites. I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect Big Mom. I'm just saying, Law, Kid, dude. Kid, you got 470 mil. Law, you're at 500 mil. You were 440. Then you got a buff for Dofi, even though, like, arguably you did half or whatever. Do something. Come on. The two of you should be doing better. I know Kid was starting to be a bit of dead weight, but Law, your whole ability is to counter this shit. Pick up your poop. Which is bloody bonkers. Big Mom's homies are powerful on their own, kind of like dumbed down versions of Logies when you think about it. 100%. Prometheus is just ace with no brain cells. Alright? Pick up the poop. Nice attempt with no pride, no less. So if they use Sea Prism on her, she can still fight with raw power and her homies, and she's somewhat immune to 100% pure Sea Stone. True, but she can't make any new homies, and she can't necessarily move as well once the sea stone's on her. Yep, only devil fruit known to do that. They need to power up their haki. Dude, useless kid. Useless kid. The chapter's called The Tower. Useless kid. Don't be useless, Captain Kid. Be Eustace! The man, the myth, the legend. Rise above it. Alright? You have a 470 mil bounty. They have undervalued... Okay, I'm going to go on a little rant here before I finish this, alright? 470 million bounty. I'm currently just finishing Punk Hazard at the moment in my reread through, okay? I'm fresh on this. 470 mil, right? You have a 470 mil bounty, but that bounty, right, is them not evaluating the fact that you fought the Red Hair Pirates, alright? It's not evaluating the fact that you fought Kaido and the Beast Pirates until you went down from fatigue, apparently, okay? And it's not taking into account the fact, like, you wouldn't have got an increase for publicly getting your arm taken by Big Mama, even though you didn't. You have 3 big challenges. You didn't win, but you have 3 big challenges. You haven't gotten a raise. Pick up the bar, man. Pick up the bar. I'm dying here. I need by the end of this arc, I need Kid to kill or take out Big Mom. Alright? I am the biggest Law fan. Law is one of my favourite characters, right? But Kid, you need to set the precedent. Be a goddamn weapon. Stop getting slapped around like a bitch. Oh, it's killing me. They need to power up their haki. Useless Captain Mid. That one hurt. Useless Captain Mid. It hurts. Killer's bounty is just not it either. He deserves... 200 mil, man. Killer got a 60 mil... No. Killer got a... Killer was 160 mil pre-time skip. Killer only got 40 mil in 2 years. Right? Eustace... What? He got... 155 mil. Right? Those are rookie numbers! Get that shit up! The only problem is the Kid hasn't been able to up his bounty since incarceration in Wano. At this point, it'd be confident in giving him 700 mil at least, plus giving Laura a bigger bounty too. Don't worry, they push to their limits, so they will be pushed through. If not, win against Big Mom at least. Yo, I'm sorry. I love Law to death, alright? But at this point in time, right? Get Law out of here, distract Law, get him out of here, get him doing something otherworldly crazy, alright? Like, I want to see Law fighting Big Mom, by all means, right? Everything's out the window. Have an Admiral pull up, I don't give a shit. Have Law struggle his ass to just stall an Admiral, and just get Kid in there, and just hit the old 68-year-old woman, alright? This is the only time you're ever going to hear me say, I want the Kid to punch the old lady so damn bad. I want him to knock her the f out. Just do something. She's sitting there laughing in your face just like it's nap time, boy. Go to bed. It's killing me. It's killing me. Alright, I'm going to continue through. Alright, sorry, that was a massive rant. Pant. This is no freaking headache. What's going on? I finally got an opportunity to take down an Emperor. Yo, and Kid gets hit again, so... Killer must be slapping around Hawkins a bit. If I die like this, my life as a pirate would be a joke. No shit. You made it... The worst part is, until Luffy came to the New World, you were definitively the supernova that had the most street cred because you were the only supernova to have your own land in the New World. And it means nothing if you don't use it. Mama. This is pitiful, Kid. You look like you'll keel over on your own at this point. Damn it. Yo, and Kid is... Not only is he copying Big Mom's attacks without defending, right? But whatever the shit's happening to Hawkins is happening to him too. Hawkins, you bitch. Hawkins, you sassy bitch. 3rd floor, Killer vs. Hawkins. Stop it. I love this BS. Literally, first panel's just Hawkins just headbutts the wall. Poor Killer's just stuck there. Knock it off already, Hawkins. Yo, and Hawkins has the shittiest. He's got a shit-eating grin. Oh, there we go. Hawkins has the biggest shit-eating grin. He's coming in like he's just been asked to do a modeling gig, just like, hey. Oh, please. To think you actually ate a smile fruit. The shit dog. You really have the worst luck, Killer. I'm begging you to stop. Yo! And Killer's mask is broken. Are we gonna see my boy's face by the end of this fight? Yo! Oh. If Kid did nothing this arc, he will be the sucker of One Piece. Oh, why are these statements so true and hurt so deep? No, not the Sakura label. I mean, okay. Sakura isn't completely useless. I will say that. But... yeah, Sakura with red hair. You're hurting my feelings here, boys. Even Sakura saved Naruto, though. At this rate, Kid's got to watch out because he's lag. Oh, Captain Mid is copying all the criticisms. The worst part is you're playing into the perception that Oda's writing for Kid, alright? He wants Kid's reputation in tatters because it's going to be more impressive if he breaks free. Because either you expected it from the very beginning or you're just like, it's Captain Mid, no one cares. You've fallen for it. It's like when Odin was dancing naked instead of fighting Kaido. Everyone was like, ugh, the writing, ugh, Odin, ugh. You're falling for the trap. I hope it's a trap because I hope Oda actually does something useful with the boy. Oh, he recognizes that his feat is somewhat a joke for taking L's, but hoping he'll come through. Hawkins low-key training to become Don Ginger with those headbutts. Oh, yo, I wonder if Hawkins actually was headbutting Killer. Since Killer's mask is cracked, was he just wailing on Kidder, or did Kids get a headache because Hawkins just walked up and said, you boar. Oh, far out. Please, to think you actually ate a smile fruit. You're really the worst luck, Killer. Stop, I'm begging you. Why can't we help you finish him, Killer, son? Oh, so we got the... Yo, we got the Kid Pirates in their bloody fishnet stockings and all. He keeps bashing his skull against that pillar. Is he nuts? Just shut up and do what you're told. But you're not fighting either. We can't take it anymore. The fire's almost here. We need to hurry and leave before it's too late. Yo, so we're getting new Kid Pirates members. Where's the blonde boy with the shaved mohawk? Alright? With the John Lennon glasses. I need him. Alright? Don't tell me he died. Don't tell me that's who the red hair pirates killed. Oh. Release Kid. You can have my life if that's what it takes. Yo, Killer, I love you, bro. But you dumb. Right? He could fake releasing Kid, kill your ass, and then kill Kid. And Hawkins is that kind of double-cross and basted. Yo, and he just gut kicks Killer. Killer. Alright, Killer. All jokes aside. Like, I know Zoro would do anything for Luffy. Right? And there's countless times where Zoro's almost laid down his life for Luffy. But yo, Killer. You're dealing with known liars. Manipulators, backstabbers. You're supposed to be the brains of their operation, of the Kid Pirates, right? You're supposed to be the smart dude. Dude, someone threatens you and you lay down like a bitch. You never even think for a second how to counter it. Like, I know I'm not finished with the chapter yet, but like, Killer. Dude. Big brain it, right? Take a moment, take a deep breath and go, this dude off. Get the sea stone. The sea stone here. There's so many ways to counter him right now. Killer-san. That bastard is apparently facing Big Mom right now. I bet he sees this as his chance to finally supplant an emperor. He sure dreams big. Stop getting in his way. Yo, be the bigger man, Killer. Take this bitch out. You always cut me down with those scythes. Oh, You can always cut me down with those scythes if you're sick of me. I still don't mind if you surrender. I'll even put in a good word with Kaido for you. Your side has no chance of winning this battle. You already know that's the truth, don't you? Oh, no. No, wait. Killer's got an 8% chance. He's not the dude with the 1% chance. Okay. Okay. Less scared. I'm a little less scared now. Alrighty. The reason their dominion over the seas has lasted for so long is obvious to anyone who has laid eyes on them. They cannot be beaten. Yo, Hawkins, I'm sorry. Without your fruit, you have the physicality, right? You have the physicality of an elderly... Like, no. Do you know what? No. I'm not even going to say of an old woman, because low-key, Correa has more natural defense than your pathetic-ass mortal body. If it wasn't for this one fruit that just so happens for you to divert damage, dude, you would get a pinprick and be like, it hurts. Dude, I've seen Stampede. You're the only one of the Supernova that died from a gut punch. Alright? You a bitch. It's Basil Bitch Boy Hawkins. We know the name. We've known it for this whole arc, right? You're at least smart, though. You're at least cunning. I see through the wailing. You regret it. The path you chose. Yo, speak like a king, Killer. Talk him out of it. We fought through the impossible odds you foresaw, and we're still here while you pissed yourself. Yes! Talk the shit. Talk the shit. We're still here while you pissed yourself and quit. Ba-ba! I will accept you into the fold if you submit. Well, we'll see who made the right decision when this is over. Yo, Hawkins, I'm sorry, dude, but you got no... what's the word I'm looking for? I'm pretty sure it starts with a C. Not continuity, that's just well out of the realm there. You got no constitution, man. You got a weak constitution. You're a pirate, but you don't got the willpower to be a top-grade fighter, man. Like, you just... Basil Bitch Boy Hawkins, alright? I'll say it again. You're Basil Bitch Boy Hawkins. Whoa, chat's gone wild there. Yo. Oldie's been giving Hawkins tips on how to fight. Yes. Oh, I love that. I love that to death. Yo, Hawkins is more of a joke. He's a captain that becomes a subordinate just to lose. Yo, Hawkins' biggest feat in the story is having a fruit that directly counters Law's ability and beating Brownbeard. Brownbeard. I mean, that's the only 100% W with no funny games involved that Hawkins has. Brownbeard, alright? I don't know about you guys, but if you beat Brownbeard, I don't think you're getting 320 mil, alright? Hawkins is one of those dudes that's worth more than he really is. Yeah, I understand a lot of the flack Hawkins has been getting, but this chapter gave me a lot of insight into his character. He's been willing to fight dirty, but he has pauses where he notes his enemy's deeds. Plus, he's clearly reluctant in joining forces after Killer's statement. This really makes me wonder what kind of past Hawkins had to make him turn out this way. I mean, without trying to psychoanalyze him too much, is Hawkins just not a man of fortune? Like, really. He wants to be... Like, all the Supernova want to be Pirate King. He wants to be the guy that has it within him to be the king. But at every step of the way, he's the dude that doesn't have the constitution to believe in himself, man. He doesn't have that straw hat mentality to be like, put our faith in Luffy, he'll get the job done. Hawkins is the dude that's just like, man, what pants should I wear today? Better check the cards. Okay, I'll wear these ones. Wait! What shoes? Wait! What hair clip? You know what I mean? Like, I know he's got a great ability, and it's one of those abilities that he, like, believes heavily in himself with. But at the end of the day, you're not going to be a top tier in the world of One Piece with a weak constitution where you have to not second guess everything, but where you actually, you're essentially asking you're asking for the answers for everything, right? The odds aren't always going to be in your favor. We never see Hawkins take risky odds. Really, we don't. Unless he's got a high chance of winning, he don't do shit. Anyway, we'll keep going. Well, I don't want to have any regrets either. Ooh. So I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give this another shot. It's all or nothing now. Huff, huff. I've just thought of a couple questions for you. Wait, so is that killer? Well, I don't plan on having any regrets either, so I'm going to give this another shot. It's all or nothing now. Huff, huff. I've just thought of a couple questions for you. What happens if you take damage? Kid's arm. We've called it in theories. Everyone and their mother has called the kid's arm. It's going to be the smart beta move. We're going to see how it plays out, I reckon. But, my guy, killer. Thank you for using your brain, right? It's what you're hyped up to do in the story. Thank you for using your brain, all right? It's needed. What happens if you take damage that has nowhere else to go? What are you talking about? You should understand my powers by now. What are you talking about? You should understand. Okay. So we repeated that twice. It's obviously, what are you talking about? You should understand my powers by now. They've just put it in there twice. That's okay. You fucking blitzkrieg this man. You took this man's arm. Wait, what? Isn't Hawkins' arm as well supposed... Isn't that the arm that's supposed to have the armor as well? You got... Oh, I'm so happy, but I'm so... I'm so proud of Killer, but at the same time I'm like, Hawkins, if you go out like a bitch... Yo, he just takes his arm though. Yo, and the beast part is just like, huh? Hawkins looks down. He's going pale, man. Blood is rushing out of Hawkins' face like no tomorrow. He literally looks like he just shat his pants. He's looking at the stump. The bloody little stump. It's just... Psst, psst. He's looking at it just like... Mama! Oh, yo. Hawkins' son... I swear, if Killer picks up the arm and just like goes savage or something, just starts beating this man with his own cut off. I don't know if Oda would ever do that, but yeah, if he picks up this man's arm, I may die. Yo, and Hawkins is screaming. Fair enough. Yo. Hawkins got the Law treatment. Got his arm cut off, except Law screamed, but Law sort of like... Law was in more emotional pain than physical pain there. Hawkins is just like... My arm! Yo, battle bitch boy Hawkins. Here we go. Oh, chat. Ooh, whoa. That scream dance, so satisfying. Hawkins lost a bloody arm. Shanks used future sight to cut off Kid's arm, and he knew he would have to lose it for Killer to second in. Nice observation, Kakashi. Yo. Interesting fact too, the Tower card, Hawkins... Okay, that's probably a spoiler. I haven't seen that yet. I should finish reading this and then I'll go back to the chat. Yo, you cut off my arm, but the damage should have... Yo, Kid's medal just drops off. And I love how Kid's just like, what the fuck is happening here? Kid doesn't have a left arm, yo, and Hawkins is shitting himself. Yo, question 2. If I remove this doll, how many more lives do you have? Congratulations. That was the last one. Damn it. This isn't what I predicted. Strawman's card. Death upright. Oh no, it's a counterattack. The Annihilation card. You're already... Yeah, I played Hawkins too quickly. The Annihilation card. You're already living on borrowed time. I'm going to finish you head on. Kyo, kyo, kyo. Yo, and the creepy ass Strawman comes out. I don't know why I'm surprised, because Zora did the same thing earlier in the arc. He's straw. I don't know why I expect anything else. He's just straw. Dude, there's no defensive capabilities in straw. The man just got blitzed. He just got diced in half. Clawing guillotine. Kia, he decapitated the fucking thing. But didn't we say last time as well, any damage that happens to that happens to Hawkins? I think that's a bit of a plot hole there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at the beginning of this arc, Zoro cut the shit up of the guts of the Straw Man, and it diced up Hawkins as well, because they share the same life force, and then Hawkins had to redirect it to another fodder. So I don't know if that's a bit of a plot hole there, I'm just saying. Yo, but Killer's still coming in. The Straw Man can't die. Its fate is determined by the cards, and it will be revived. Show me the result of this battle. Oh, that's where the title The Tower comes from. Come on, chap. A 200 mil man just low diff to 320 mil man after just giving up on being handicapped. Yo, he just cuts him clean up as well. I know the scan, like, he just gutted him head to toe. You did it, Killer-san. Thud. I know Oda doesn't really like to kill people, but man, like, is Hawkins dead here? Because this is Killer. The Kid Pirates kill. They're not afraid to kill. And Hawkins has not got much story left, and he got his arm taken, so he's bleeding out. There's no medical treatment coming for him, and he just got gutted head to toe. Hawkins-san. The Tower card signifies great change. What? You're no longer under the weather, kid? Yo! Next chapter, kids here. Chapter 1030. Kid's gonna be standing up, shoulder to shoulder with all that. Come on, man. Here, bite. Yeah, the Tower card signifies the great change. An upheaval of the established order. Its hidden meaning indicates the opening of a new path. Yo! Hawkins' last card was the card that we were talking about at the beginning of the arc, essentially, that can, like, greatly power someone up. He accidentally plays it for Kid, then gets killed. Yo, and I love that callback. Yeah, never felt better. Go for it, partner. Yo, carving out a new future. I don't see any break for next week either. Yo, oh, look at the color. Oh, I love Killer. Love Killer. I do want to see the mask break though. I want to see Killer's face. I want to see it. All right, chat. What are you doing? Queen is Orochimaru. God damn. Yo, do you know what? Evo? Or 3 Eva 3? That is a goddamn right point there. right? Queen is a one-piece Orochimaru, just doing all kinds of really warped manipulations to himself. The only reason I know that is because of the Hawkins fanfic I'm writing, because I think for the most... I think most people, the card drawn would go over their heads. Plus, I really hope that Hawkins turns a new leaf after this revelation. Probably not, but a man can hope. Hawkins is a huge L for having a subordinate take his arm. It's a sad reality, but I think a lot of the Supernova on the lower poles just aren't going to make the cut for the future story arcs. It's definitely a plot hole. It's straw. It's straw. That deserves to be on a shit. Do you know what glitter cord? Do you know what? If I ever bother to make shirts, maybe that'll be one. It'll just be a little chibi me screaming, "It's straw! It's straw!" Oh. There's also some cards shown falling. Does Oda hinting? Ooh. I see a skeleton riding a line. I see a little puffing boat. And I see what looks like a, oh god, what are the sand things from Star Wars? Not a tauntaun, the sand ones. I'm spacing on it for the moment. You know the ones from A New Hope. Actually, we see a fair few cards. Yo, this was actually a damn good chapter. Started off with the Sanji shit, then we had some Big Mum. This is a clean 9 out of 10. This is an easy clean 9 out of 10. I don't know their meaning though. Yo, I do not know their meaning either. Yo. Okay, chat. Is Hawkins dead or is Hawkins just down? Because, I mean, Killer cut him head to toe, took an arm off. He's pretty bloodied up. Down without proof of a solid body. Yo, we've got 9 lovely people watching along at the moment. If you haven't done so already, alright, subscribe to the channel. Help us hit our goal for 75 subs for the month of October. And see your name pop up all pretty like on the stream, alright? I definitely recommend doing it. But, yo, the absolute roller coaster of a chapter. I have so many talking points I want to go through here. First things first, I love Hawkins as a character, but if this is where his character ends, I see some of the Supernova going down sacrificially as fights for other Supernovas that have more importance in the story. Hawkins being one, a Pooh being one, maybe even a Rouge being one in some capacity later on in another story arc. Yo, this was wild. So everyone was right about the theory of cutting off kids' missing arm. So that was damn smart. But, yo, you can just steal the damn doll from Killer. Sorry, from Hawkins. You can just walk up to the dude and take your own doll off. Yo, but that doesn't make sense, because I've been saying for the longest, we saw in an earlier chapter as well, that when Kid was damaged, it sacrificed a doll. Or can Hawkins hold multiple dolls of one person? Like, he's got one doll that's a core doll, and until that person's life force is gone, or until Hawkins decides to relinquish that life, right? Or until the physical main doll is destroyed, you can have dolls multiply to like bypass multiple effects, as long as the opponent isn't completely dead. Because that's gonna have to be how it works. Otherwise, there's some plot inconsistencies with it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually, do you know what? I've got it right here, don't I? I've got Wano right with me. It would be volume 92, Right, let's flick through it a bit. Nope, it would be volume 91. There we go. They haven't gotten away from him yet. What chapter's that? Chapter 913. Look at that there. Strawman gets attacked. Right? Damage goes to Hawkins. Hawkins redirects it to another person. Tell me if I'm just crazy or if that's an actual plot hole. It's not too often that I find plot holes in One Piece, but this damn thing got its head cut off, and Hawkins had no other bodies left. Unless because Hawkins was trying to keep the straw man out, redirected the damage back to himself to then redirect it to someone else. So that way the straw doll wasn't damaged, so we didn't have to reuse cards to resummon it. Like, I know there's a lot of hate for Apu and Hawkins, but I enjoy seeing them fight and interact with the main cast. Definitely, Arouge is my most anticipated Supernova 2. Yo, okay, I'm straight up be honest. Alright, pre-time skip, I did not give a flying F about Capone and Apu. Capone and Apu were the two Supernova that I was like, I don't give a shit. Your desires, you do not meet the criteria to entertain me. Post-time skip, I loved Capone in Whole Cake Island. Dude was a funny man, alright? He was full on Three Stooges, you know, in Wano. My guy, right? Mr. Check your route. I have straight up loved Apu in the manga. In the anime, low key, they've done him a bit dirty. I'm not gonna lie. But Mr. Check Your Route, Mr. Knock Out Luffy and cut up Zoro, but only attacking people on their weak points, I have absolutely been loving Apu. And I hope to God we actually, like, I enjoy the Hawkins and Killer fight, but I hope to the high heavens up above, in the realms up above us, right, that we get to see like a chapter of X-Drake versus Apu, okay? Because Hawkins, right? Hawkins versus Killer, it's great. 320 man versus 200 mil man. But since we know that X-Drake hasn't gotten a bounty increase post-time skip, right? From the Vivra cards, unless that information is wrong, we're going to see the 222 mil man versus the 350 mil DJ. Alright? I want to see the dinosaur disco going off. Right? Because Bonnie could have played a huge part in the Reverie, I'm dying to see more of her now. Honestly, and I've spoken about this in great length in the past. Onigashima mirrors the Reverie, right? In here, right, we've got two Yonko crews, and we've got a group of people that invaded. We have the Rooftop 5, which are the main 5 people that are going to be fighting the Yonko in this arc, right? Versus 2 Yonko. In the Reverie, right, and some people are like, oh, the Admirals are nowhere near the Yonko. I'm personally one of those people that are, most of the time, at the moment, I'm like, Admirals and Yonko are probably equal in strength. For different reasons, arguably, but probably pretty equal in strength. You had 2 Admirals versus 4 Revolutionary Commanders. So that's 4 Commander level people. That's no different to Supernovas, right? Plus 1 Supernova and Bonnie. Arguably, if she actually got involved since she was in the middle of the conflict, alright? We know they lost. Now, I know there's a lot of theories that the raid might lose here, and we might come back and refight. Same thing might happen, right? There's many different ways you can play it out, okay? But I cannot wait to see Bonnie, because for all we know, part of Bonnie's ability to age people up and down is also to revert damage. She could set you to a certain age, or make you accelerate past the point in time in your life where you had the damage. She could help them get a second wind. So then if we cut away, bam, we have the exact same thing. Like if we fail the raid and they've failed the Reverie, both of us come back. And then imagine how that would shake the world. right? Although I probably would say the revolutionaries aren't taking out the world government. I've been going wild this week with like just reintroducing myself to some information to be like, yo, the world government, the Marines, like when we actually see them in full force, they're cleanly going to be the strongest organization that we've ever faced in the story. I'm genuinely thinking Bonnie will have a huge part, and he's saved a big story for a supernova for last-ish. Like, we're slowly moving through the list of supernovas, and he left Bonnie on a cliffhanger with Kuma in a weird interaction with Lava Freak, asking for a first in the face. That'd be dope. I'd always had this thought in my heart, Aka, asked Bonnie to make him slightly older for his upcoming fight against Aokiji for a brief power-up. Ooh. Just to skip the scales in his favour. Could you imagine if they caught Bonnie and put Garp and Old Goat back in their prime? Yo, that, having Prime Sengoku and Garp would be crazy. Arouge might be connected to Elbaf. Honestly, I don't know if Arouge, in all honesty, at this point in time, Bonnie's going to be tied with the world government storyline. Arouge, if anything, would probably actually get tied to the Blackbeard plotline at this point in time, because I don't think we're going to have any supernovas dealt with Shanks, because from Shanks' perspective, the only supernova he's going to really have had dealings with outside of the altercations with Kid is actually Rockstar, who isn't classified as a supernova, but like that's the closest to it we're ever going to get for Shanks' crew, in my opinion, outside of Luffy and Kid. Could you imagine if they called Bonnie and put... I remember that. The Buddha Fist combo returns. Yo, okay. Think about this shit for a second. Can you imagine Sengoku in his goddamn prime, right? Rocking up, going hybrid form, so he's just got Buddha freaking arms, right? Shaves in and uppercuts someone with like a bloody Buddha palm Rio fist. That shit... That would be, like, he would be the cross between Sentomaru and Kobe in his youth, in the filthiest way possible. Alright? I would love to see that. I would just love to see the Buddha dude not going full Buddha, just, doing half and half, speed blitzing around, just being all grub-like. There's still so much more to happen in this freaking arc. Yo, dude, at this point in time, like, surely, with how many of the allies are getting freed up now, there's going to be Act 4 of this arc, because everyone's going to get a second lot of fights. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's so hard. There's so much to happen, or so much that could happen. Oh, I want to say Sengoku go toe-to-toe with Kaido now. Mystic Buddha versus Dragon Oni. I mean, say what you will, right? But Sengoku and Whitebeard have very similar abilities, right? With the shockwave sort of thing and the quakes. Both of them fighting someone like Kaido. I think Kaido is a lot more agile and like ferocious than them. But I think how really the fight would go down in those situations is they send out a shockwave that works as an offense and a defense in a general area, and it just stops people moving closer to them. And I honestly think they fight people like that in like a serious situation where it's just like unlimited force in a general direction and you just can't get to them. They may never beat anyone of significant worth like that, but they definitely never lose at the same time, you know what I mean? If you had a guilty One Piece wish, what would it be? Legitimate mine is quite simply, I know it would never be possible, but I wish Yamato and Ace had a kid somewhere. Yo, that would have been so cute, but unfortunately not. There's no ending, at least 50 more chapters. Yo, Okay. Chat, listen to me for a second here. You know how Oda said the pirate with the red hair will make a move this year? What if we thought it was Shanks when it's just not going to be Shanks? What if you're right? What if we're in Wano for another 50 chapters, but the pirate that's going to be making his move this year at the end of this chapter is Eustace D. Captain Kidd, right? No longer being useless. Well, what if the red hair pirate was Kidd? Yeah. No, 100%. right? We're used to only we're used to it only being Shanks. Ooh. To be honest, my biggest would be to see all the off-screen fights. For example, Akiyama versus Aokiji, Gekomoru versus Kaido, Shiki and his battles with Roger. Okay, dude, 100%. I actually believe we're going to see a flashback of Akainu versus Aokiji whenever we find out why Aokiji's with Blackbeard's group. I think that's the right time. And I think at that point in time as well, it'd be setting up as a hype factor to actually like come into understanding what it's going to be like to fight an admiral. Because at this point in time in the story, we've never gone up against a Logia that knows how to use Haki or advanced Haki, right? The admirals all have advanced Haki, and they all have ridiculous Logias as well. When we finally see them fight, like, two Yonko level people split the sky, right? Two Admiral level people change the climate of an island forever. I don't know if you remember, but Akainu didn't just turn one side of Punk Hazard into freaking lava, right? The sea around his side of Punk Hazard is permanently on fire. It is so hot. The water is literally on fire, alright? These advanced Logias are going to be like some goddamn brutal tier stuff. You know that scene where Gif or Luffy punches Katakuri, and Katakuri splits apart and then catches his fist and then hits Luffy? Can you imagine that? With Akainu or Aokiji, alright? Opening up part of their body with like advanced observation haki and then closing it and melting your fist, right? It's not that you missed a punch. They just read your intention and then just low diffed you that way, right? These guys, like, unless you have full body Rio, which we know Luffy will have, y'all gonna be getting your absolute shit rocked consistently. Akainu versus Yamato or Brook Ice versus Ice. All those talked about admirals got me thinking about how I had a talk with a buddy a few days ago. A lot of guys are saying that Luffy is Yonko level now, but can we really say that when there are admirals who I'd gladly argue would do better against a Yonko? Okay, if we're going to have that chat, let me say this. Akainu fought pretty equally with Whitebeard. They sort of went for a blow-for-blow situation, alright? Aokiji, bad matchup. He didn't really do too well against Whitebeard. Kizaru had an excellent matchup. He literally stood on Whitebeard's Vicento and just said, put a hole in him, put a hole in him, put a hole in him. Did that repeatedly, right? The Admirals, going to be equal to Yonko, right? Except the difference is, the Yonko, although we know they've got skill, right? Because they do. The Yonko, for the most part, are freaks of nature that have got some body altercation or some ridiculous gene that is just like, we're so strong because we're part Oni or part whatever the shit big mum's hide is, part rhinoceros. The damn admirals are there wholeheartedly on skill and skill alone. Alright? They are going to be monsters, right? Luffy fighting an admiral is going to be no different to Luffy fighting 1v1 a Yonko. Except you know what the thing is? Luffy fighting Kaido right now? Kaido has taken 16 other individuals in the fight. It's not a 1v1, right? It may be a 1v1 now, but it's a 1v1 once Kaido's too tired to hold an island up for more than 5 more minutes. Alright? Can you say that's a clean win? I mean, after this arc, Luffy will be able to fight any of these people fairly 1v1. Right? Especially if he gets an awakening. But, I mean, dude, the Admirals, the only thing the Admirals don't have confirmed in their repertoire, essentially, that Luffy essentially would have, is Advanced Conqueror's Haki. Or Conqueror's Haki in general. Right? But they've still got the Logias, right? They've got the Rio. We've seen them use the Rio. And arguably, we've seen them all use Future Sight. Aokiji opened up a hole in his chest before Whitebeard stabbed him, even though Whitebeard stabbed him purely with Haki, right? Akainu never got caught off guard by anyone other than Whitebeard in the war. He literally opened up sections of his body to avoid a Haki attack from behind, right? Kizaru took literally no damage, but arguably you had people like Rikogu, the dude with the javelin, not javelin, the flail with the teeth, right? Arguably he knows Haki. From behind, getting hit by that, Kizaru is just like, block, yeet. So arguably, you could make the conversation that they've all at least got an advanced form of observation. I mean, even Fujitora, dude he can see into goddamn space and pull a meteorite out of the heavens. You know what kind of observation Haki you need to do that shit? Right? And the dude, I'm in the camp that thinks Fujitora is probably weaker than the Admiral's pre-time skip, right? Just my own internalized misogynistic headcanon, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? The dude literally just flexes his arm and sends a amount of gravity so strong that it sends any individual straight down to the depths of freaking hell. Okay? I'm sorry. The Admirals are not to be shat on here. Do you think the Admirals are on the ship? I honestly, I would be excited if we saw Green Bull coming, but I think we're gonna get that. I think it's only world government ships. I don't think it's the Navy. I think it's the world government, right? And for anyone that goes, oh, they're gonna need to send at least an admiral. I mean, you got to think CP0 was strong enough to chase off Blackbeard and his whole crew from Boltigo. So the entire forces of CP0 are equal roughly to a Yonko crew, arguably, especially since their entire goal has been to hunt down and eliminate the Revolutionary Army. So, I mean, they've got someone or multiple people close to Admiral level, if not Admiral level, right? I would argue, like, you know, if they've got, like, if you take Rob Lucci at their high benchmark, right, and Rob Lucci at this point in time is around first commander level, right? They've probably got like one first commander level person and like 5, third commander level people. You know what I mean? That'd be cool to see. I think he is a zone devil fruit after all. Automatic hype train would be full strength after that. Full steaming after that. Tree zone? The N fruit. The N fruit's special ability is it puts people to sleep by talking and, it's very indecisive in action. That's why he hasn't eaten in 3 years. He's so indecisive. He needs to talk to the other Ents to get permission to eat. If you're in the know, you're in the know with that joke. Lord did mention something about Fujitora being way stronger than Doflamingo. Can't remember what chapter that was. Another cool idea would be the Navy sent Fuji to capture Mihawk. Okay, yo, Kuma, listen up. GetXOM, listen up. Everyone in the chat, listen up, right? Because if we're going to be talking about capturing Mihawk, that's a perfect segue for me. Because I have this conversation in the bag. Because I've been rereading all of One Piece. And I'm fresh up on my greasy scientist plans and ideas at the moment. And do you know what? I'm going to tell you outright, right here and now. If even half of the experiments that Vegapunk has started trying to study, research, and implement, if even half of them get upgraded into pacifistas, do you know how goddamn easy it's going to be to send an army of top-tier robots to take out bloody warlords, even if they're bloody near Yonko level? Alright? I know that sounds bloody wild. I know, like, the insult. I mean, you got to think, right? Pre-time skip, pacifistas, like, the Straw Hats weren't going to beat 2-3 pacifistas. Really, they're not, right? So if they bring the pacifistas from where they were threatening-wise pre-time skip and reevaluate them post-time skip and they like around that same level of threat, makes sense to me. Listen to this shit, right? We have cloning. So, okay, the pacifistas are clones of Kuma that have been altered and cybernetically enhanced, right? They're cyborgs. Okay, use Kuma as the base model. That's cute. Why don't you make it Akainu? Why don't you make it Kizaru? Why don't you make it Green Bull? All of a sudden, right? The new wave of pacifistas, they have the natural body of an admiral. before modifications, right? They're getting that premium Wagyu beef in them. You know what I'm saying? Now think of this. What if Vegapunk successfully is able to pull off gigantification? All of a sudden, you've got pacifistas walking around with admiral bodies and giants. Holy shit. Now, I'm just going to keep adding stuff on top of this, right? You want to make the pacifistas all-terrain? Okay. Well, that's possible. Why don't you put some sea stone on them? They can use that to nullify devil fruit users and also use that to go underwater in the new world so Neptunians won't do shit to them. All-terrain pacifistas. Damn. Now, think of this. A pacifista is made of metal components, different metal components. And Vegapunk has mastered the ability to make a smile fruit. Could you imagine if individual components in the pacifistas get given, whether mythical or just regular, perfected smile fruits? So that one of the biggest problems for a pacifista is in close quarters combat against a high tier opponent. They're kind of shit. Could you imagine, right? If a pacifista's there, and a bloody 30-meter tall Akainu robot shooting lasers. You go to hit it, and all of a sudden, a giant part of its face flips around, and the metal components on the inside turn into a goddamn snake. And bam, you bit. Venom. Done in. Automatic animal defenses. I can take this a goddamn step further still. All right, because I finished Punk Hazard. We know that Vegapunk can do the gene manipulation. What's to stop him giving the pacifistas the Vin Smoke, iron skin, and regeneration abilities as well? Plus, their natural genetic modifications like Sanji's fire, Lunarian DNA, or Mink DNA to have Electro. All of a sudden, you have giant admirals that can use an elemental effect, shoot Kizaru lasers, have an automatic animal defense if you break a certain area, and to top it off, right? Just to be that extra little bit of a douche with it. Caesar Clown is a terrible scientist compared to Vegapunk. But Caesar Clown was working on chemical weapons while working for Vegapunk. What if the new part of the Pacifista program is perfected chemical weapon warfare, and the pacifistas have them equipped? All of a sudden, it doesn't matter if you're fighting Mihawk, right? You send out some land of death gas, start shooting that man with some lasers, right? And you got 10 of you surrounding him. He may start cutting you down, but eventually he's just gonna get done in by the environment. It's filthy, but just think about that shit. Just think about all the collective shit that Vegapunk's been working on, jam it into one person, and mass produce that shit. How terrifying would that be? Right? Alternatively, okay, I'm going to read some of the comments here. I can see some shit popping up now. Lord did mention something about Futura not being stronger than Doflamingo. Yep, I've read that. Damn, now I'm intrigued. Pacifistas being able to manipulate gravity and magma. They might equal to the ancient weapon, just like how blueprints of Counter Pluton will equal to Pluton. Oh god, New World Supernova's gone full tinfoil hacking through. I've ascended! I've ascended! I've gone full Punk Hazard. Watch out. 72.0, LMAO. Download 70%. Wattpad fanfic presented to you by New World Supernova. Yeah, yours truly. If that were to happen, all the pirates will grow exponentially in battle, and One Piece will go for another 30 years. LMAO. In a world where all hope is lost, a rogue pacifista, once protectors of good men, have turned on their creators with the intent of eradicating the human. Yo, it's full T-1000 Terminator style. Just could you imagine if Vegapunk makes all that, shoves it all into one being, and then turns out Vegapunk's been working for Dragon the whole time, and then it just flips the switch, and Akainu just sitting there just like, 100 years, Rick and Morty, 100 years, 100 years of One Piece. Perfect wattage fanfic start. Right, I read it. Go. It's crazy though, isn't it? It's crazy to think about. Alright, go. Okay, sorry, while I'm still on that semi-tangent, I'm just going to clap back for a moment. I'd just like to point out, in volume 69 of One Piece, 69, Sanji fighting Virgo. Sanji specifically kicks him and says, Sanji kicks him and goes, "What the hell, are you made of metal?" Right? And then Virgo kicks him, cracks his shin, right? And there's some crunk sound effects there, as if Virgo was metal. For all we know, the new SSG program is Vegapunk has been implementing the Vinsmoke sort of technology just into generic Marines. Take some weak people, make them stronger. Take some strong people, make them even stronger, and see how it goes. See how far you can elevate people, right? For all we know, the SSG is just going to be like 30 Vinsmoke Marines, all right? And they can be altered at any stage in their life, for all we know. Plot twist, this is all from Kuma's perspective as he writes in a blank Bible. Yeah. Creating a religion in One Piece. Hush, Glittercorn, the Lord's word must be preserved until the judgment day is arrived. Okay, yo, I gotta say this. Kuma writes in his Bible when he sends people away. He writes down in that book where he sent people, right? I would laugh my ass off if that's not actually a Bible. That's a ledger of him writing down what he's doing to people and stuff like that. And he just puts it in a Bible case so that no one's going to question what it is that he's carrying around and no one's going to bother reading it. Like, no one's going to be suspicious of it. You know what I mean? How did Virgo get that strong armament? Like, he has a level of Katakuri's armament. I mean, he's a Vice Admiral, alright? We really shouldn't be taking the piss out of the Vice Admirals, because the Vice Admirals are going to be on the same level as the Topiropo, really. I mean, at this point in time, Virgo's probably beating Page 1. Arguably even Ulti Sasaki and Black Maria, for all we know. Right? Like, he really got done in by dirty deeds from law. Before that, like, a Vice Admiral isn't something to laugh at by any means. I mean, I know we've had some... Okay, look. There's 3 levels of Vice Admiral. I know this sounds really dumb, right? There's 3 types of Vice Admirals. There's Base Commander Vice Admirals, right? They're probably the strongest Vice Admirals. That's the Virgos and that's the Momongas, right? Well, okay, maybe not. You got the Base Commanders. Then you've got Sub-Commanders that are Vice Admirals. So, Virgo was in charge of G5. Smoker was a Sub-Vice Admiral underneath him, directly employed by Virgo, right? Then you have freelance Vice Admirals. This is what GARP was. You know what I mean? The GARPs, the Momosagis, the Chattons, the people that don't have a base that they directly reside over. They're the wild cards of the Vice Admirals. They're like your power, like for all we know, you're like one sit-up away from an Admiral, or, you know, one wrong turn from getting extreme low diff by Bartolomeo in an alley. You know what I mean? Like, the range there is colossal, but there are tiers in it. Like, Vice Admiral is like Warlord title. You know what I mean? There's a rough idea because you know the weakest and you know the strongest, but like everything in between that is a spectrum and a half. Alright? Alright, let's... Yeah, I almost forgot what happened in this chapter. Holy shit. Is Hawkins dead? This is a damn good chapter. I cannot wait to reread all Wano start to finish. Yo, and Kid takes a Napoleon Hera attack to the head. No defense. And, like, he's roughed up, but he's still clean. Dude has some... Dude has some ridiculous stats. No lifeless body, then they're just unconscious. Them the rules. Bar the Admirals, Fleet Admiral, and High Vice Admirals. Hawkins is alive because of Oda. I mean, it is the Kid Pirates though. Kid Pirates do tend to murder. I mean, they kill civilians. What's to stop them killing their enemies? Who's... Okay, do you know what? Hawkins will join another crew since he's got no crewmate. No, okay. Hear me out. Hawkins is bleeding. We finally introduce Force. Hawkins' right-hand man, the cat mink that we saw pre-time skip and post-time skip that just disappeared from his crew. Force realizes that Hawkins is done in, and he gets his captain out of dodge, and he scars up his wound, or he finds him a nice, healthy fodder soldier to divert the pain to. Yeah, I want to see Hawkins pull a one big W before he finally bites the can. Like, give a dope card power boost to someone, please. I mean, I think arguably that's what happened to Kid here. Because Hawkins had a 92% chance of winning this, right? He was doing pretty well until, I mean, Killer big brained him. But then the last card he pulled, essentially, would have been a massive power up for him, but he pulled it in reverse. So... maybe, sorry, no, he didn't pull it in reverse. He pulled the tower, but like, if he pulled the tower in reverse, maybe it would have helped him. But because he pulled it face up, it nerfed him. He got done in, and then it boosted Kid. Like, it like essentially confirmed like the Yonko were going down. What if he needs to be alive for his cards to activate? I would say no, because then after we see Kid say he's never felt better. Like, Kid's like immediately up, and he's like feeling energized. He's as clean as he's gonna be like in this whole conflict situation. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see him just like, you know, getting up, going around and throwing hands. Alright. I can't believe Kid took a big mum hit to the head though, and is like, he's done, like, he's hurt, but he's clean. Like, you gotta remember, Kid got stabbed through by Killer from the Hawkins damage. He's gotten beaten on the top of his head. Alright? Big Mum's been pimp slapping him around like he needs to go clean his room. Then Hawkins starts headbutting the wall. Arguably even headbutting Killer, considering Killer's got a cracked mask now all of a sudden. Right? And then all that after fighting Kaido and getting ragdolled around by Kaido. Yo, and then there's the Sanji stuff. So they're delaying the Sanji fight versus Queen stuff for a little bit. So, Sanji and Queen's going to be on the run for a little bit. Now the Killer Hawkins fight's done, we're going to go to Fukurukuju versus Reizo. Or we're going to get two Supernova chapters back to back. And we're going to cut over to Apu versus Diaz Drakes, right? And we're going to get the results of those two conflicts. Then we'll cut back to Zoro for a little bit, cut back to Sanji. Sanji will take out Queen, Zoro will take out King. Then Law and Kid take out Big Mom, and then we're at Kaido. Are there any fights that I'm missing at this point in time? Since he pulled an interesting card, yeah. Hawkins cards are kind of their own enigma. I don't think they link to Hawkins directly. Who do you think will go down first with the major fights like Kaido versus Luffy last? Honestly, bro, people need to realize that all the L's Kid's been getting isn't because he's weak. He's been fighting bloody Yonko, so how do you expect him to struggle? Each of their fights will get half a chapter. Yeah, that could be true. Okay. I'll go on a rant now about Kid because I love myself some Eustace Captain Mid. Kid, right? You gotta remember, he went straight into the New World, right? While Luffy was still healing up and ringing the Ox Belt, Kid is in the New World already, right? Kid goes in day one. He's in the grid, right? Then we don't know anything from Kid for a year and a half, roughly. Okay? I say for a year and a half because you've got to think about this, right? We're roughly a month into the post-time skip IRL. Like, I know it's been a decade, but like in the canon story, it's been about a month since the Straw Hats got back together, went effed up all the shit, went over to the Whole Cake Island, Zoe, and then head back to Wano and waited 2 weeks, right? It's been roughly a month. At the beginning of this, in Fishman Island, we heard that Kid, about 2 weeks ago, had attacked Big Mum's ships, right? So 2 weeks ago is when the world became privy to the fact that Kid is missing an arm, meaning it was only a short time before 2 weeks ago, so a month and 2 weeks ago, so we'll double that, right? 2 months ago, story-wise, is when Kid arguably made his first major move against Shanks, right? So up until that point in time, the only thing we know is Kid came into the New World and managed to take out some fodder people, right? Then he found his own island and made a base, right? That's a year and a half of Kid's progress, or almost 2 years of Kid's progress, right? He got 100 and... He went from 3 to 4, 155 mil bounty increase, right? By making his own island in the New World. Then, he hasn't got an increase since then. He fought Shanks, lost an arm, injured one of the Big Mum Suite commanders, right? And then got a smear campaign release that he got his arm taken by the Big Mum pirates, right? Then proceeded to plan to go back and take down Shanks because he's like, yeah, we've got a fair shot of doing this. Kaido drops in on him, right? He fights Kaido until him and Killer are exhausted when their entire alliance betrays them, right? Still no increase. So he hasn't gotten an increase from fighting any of the 3 Yonko yet, right? Then, arguably coming out of this arc, he'll have gone from useless Captain Mid to his first bounty increase post-time skip, having taken down a Yonko in Big Mom. Right? Arguably as well, he'll get a lot of credit for pretty much low-diffing Apu, since that was in the middle of a crowd as well. He pretty much took out Apu pretty early on. I know Apu's still up and fighting, but like, Kid and Zoro will probably get a bit of extra credit for like quickly handling Apu. What if Kid's lipstick is Haki? Pesok is a Vonko version. Oh. Rotten Spunk! Oh no! Rotten Spunk is where he just makes a chastity belt out of metal and just launches himself at Big Mom. Just take the wheel. But yeah, Kid, like, from what we know in the story, everyone has lied about Kid's feats, right? Because that's what Big Mom does. Big Mom doesn't like losing face. She likes, gaining a little bit of face. So she's lied about the results of Kid's, and Kid hasn't gotten a bounty outside of taking out fodder and acquiring an island. And that was enough to warrant him a 155 mil increase and Killer a 40 mil increase. Right? They haven't gotten any they haven't taken out any warlords. They haven't gotten any justification for, for all we know, they've rookie crushed for a year and a half while trying to carve out their own territory while planning to take down a Yonko. Not just simple Haki, but stored Haki for a long time, kind of like a trump card. Look, it'd be funny, but I don't see it. Damn, this was an actual... Do you... Okay. Is Law going to stay up and running? Ooh. Ooh. We had a bit of a cutout then in the... Looks like we had a little bit of a drop in the frame rate and all that sort of stuff. We're back now. Sorry about that. Ooh, God. Some comments. Here we go. With the rest of the Supernova hitting around the 600 to 800 mil, Supernova will fight the Straw Hats since they want to raise their bounty. Okay. Do you know what? Fuck it. Let's put this into perspective. Big Mum, Kaido go down. We do not have time to celebrate. We find out that the world government is trying to mobilize. They've surrounded all of Wano. All the pirates are screwed, alright? They've got some pretty strong people here, right? Turns out the Big Mum pirates have taken over the Udon port, right? So they're down at the bottom and they've guarded that area in. Okay? Once all the people are beaten and the Straw Hats are like, oh yeah, Topiropo, Hawkins, Apu, those kind of people wake up and they're like, shit, we gotta get out of here. They beat us. They all start flooding down outside, right? The world government then has to deal with the Big Mum pirates that are present and all like the Topiropo and other Supernova trying to flee the scene. In the chaos, the Straw Hats, the Law, and the Straw Hats, the Heart Pirates, and the Kid Pirates just sail off into no man's land because they can't claim one as their territory really. Drake is left behind. All those other people that are no longer useful now pretty much get captured, or at least the ones that aren't useful anymore get captured, right? World government takes over Wano. Then we have a limited time cover series, which is the bloody Drake hunting down some former beast pirates or some shit. As much as I love Law, I think Oda's kind of running out of ideas for him. What if Oda, instead of making Sanji lose his emotions, he will express more exaggerated expressions at the point that he's like an Okama, which he... I love that idea. I love that idea. Those with broken devil fruits have less haki, not gonna lie. Oh god, Sanji pervertedness hitting a whole new level. So, Bonnie loses. Dude, oh. Oh. Part of me thinks that Law is going to get removed from the fight with Big Mum after a little bit. Like, Law's only here until Kid gets a massive power up. I don't know. It's hard. Because there's still a fair bit of stuff that needs to get done in this arc. Like, apart from just beating people, and now that we're starting to free up people, we've got the fire. So we've got to get people to try and put out the fire. Because it doesn't matter if Onigashima drops at this point in time. If the fire spreads too much, Onigashima's just going to blow up like a giant set of fireworks above the capital anyway, right? On top of that, we still don't know where the road poneglyph is, right? We've found 2 poneglyphs, one at the flower capital, one on Onigashima, neither of which are the road poneglyph. So we still need to try and find one more poneglyph, which is going to take up some time, because I think once the fighting's done, like, I know we want to have a party, but, like, I think the party's going to be really hit and run, because I think, like, more forces are going to be trying to show the F up. Law, Marco, and Chopper Doctor team up for healing members of the Alliance. That's possible. That is definitely possible. Easy plot armor fix. They will be the sucker. More of the sucker I hate. Damn, I feel sorry for that girl. Yo. Can we just take a moment to appreciate Law got like fully engulfed in fire, fully burnt out, right? And like didn't even take any damage for it, really. You see his arms there like that. I wonder if he's like got a meter room around him and he's just like making the fire just divert around him. He's just like, no, don't hurt your fire hot. Because dude, he's a little bit roughed up, right? He gets blasted with fire, and then all of a sudden he's fine. Well, he's roughed up still, but he's fine. None of his clothes or anything are burnt. Though I don't know about Zoro, he's on a timer, remember? And his injuries were fixed through a temporary drug. Honestly, I'm expecting Zoro to go through another Savity handicap. Yeah. Yeah, if the next arc is with Shanks on Elbaf, actually, and it is some type of Davy back fight, you could have a handicapped Zoro unable to actually participate in the arc, right? You could have Sanji versus Ben Beckman sort of thing. You could have a Jinbei or a Yamato versus Lucky Roo, and you could have Usopp versus Yasop sort of thing, right? All the weaker members have to take a step up again, and then by the time Zoro's fully recovered, he's like on that first commander level. Hopefully by then he's mastered Advanced Conquerors. Though I hope Oda doesn't cripple him like that for the next arc. I mean, Zoro's been crippled for half the story. First, he was crippled from Mihawk in East Blue. Then he was crippled by Kuma in the pre-time skip. I mean, we just need a post-time skip crippling and we'll be right. And, I mean, we're well on way for it. Big Mom's Devil Fruit is so broken. Like, she doesn't get exhausted by creating large elemental attacks, and her soul power maybe is the fused souls of the bodies she ate, so it's boundless. That's possible. But Hermes can be destroyed. Zeus, for example. Okay, Hermes can disobey. They can disobey to a certain extent, right? They have their own free will, but if Big Mom gives them an order, they still have to follow the order, right? The only thing is that you can still manipulate someone without, like, you can manipulate someone's physical body without them meaning to. So they aren't always guaranteed since they bicker a lot too. I mean, honestly, I think the homies are normally pretty fine and don't bicker. It's just that Zeus was manipulated so much by Nami. It was just a bad situation. Ooh, okay. What if the Kid Pirates, like, since the Kid Pirates have essentially beaten their fights now, and they were just fighting fodder, and someone as strong as Killer has now beaten their fights, what if the Kid Pirates start looking around for poneglyphs? Would that be a cheeky plotline? A little bit, maybe? I think Oda will also nerf her by having huge hunger pains, although it will be tougher, but it will be a faster fight. Honestly, I don't think Big Mom's going to get any hunger pains, because I think she's eaten her fill of Kibidungo at the beginning of the festival, right? I think Big Mom is keen, mean, she's here, right? I think she's going to be full powered. This is Big Mom at 100%, right? I think what's really going to happen is we're going to see the extent of how damaging Kid's crushing capabilities can be. And then after a little bit, we're going to see Kid start to develop armament and conquerors a lot more, right? His observation's as good as it needs to be. It doesn't really need to get any better than what it is now. But I think we're going to get to see a little bit of a Haki bloom for Kid, right? And like I said, I'm sort of leaning towards the idea that Kid does the same thing that Luffy does and tells Law to piss off after Kid gets in the right state of mind and says that he can do Big Mom himself. Because Kid and Luffy, like, throughout Wano, Kid has been shown to have the exact same mindset as Luffy. And if you actually, like I said, I've just reread most of the story. I'm up to Punk Hazard. Kid picked a fight with Big Mom before he picked a fight with Kaido. So it makes a lot of, like, even though Kaido should arguably be the person the Kid wants to take out more, it makes a lot of sense for Kid to take out Big Mom on his own as well. No different to Luffy taking out Kaido on his own. Because, like, Luffy essentially picked a fight with Big Mom because he had to, right? But Kaido was the first person, Yongo-wise, that Luffy was like, we're trying to take him out. We're actually trying to take him out. Whereas, like, Kid was doing the picking the fights with Big Mom before Luffy. Maybe I'm just rambling. This is the only problem that I don't like about Nami's supposed power up, because Zeus at the end of the day is loyal to Big Mom and would be forced to betray Nami when told to. But they are partners now, so maybe not. Again, it's debatable, but nothing I say is for sure, so your point does stand a good chance again. I mean, at this point in time, I don't think the Straw Hat Pirates are going to fight Big Mom, because I think Big Mom has to go down by Kid here. Right? She may not disappear from the story narrative-wise, but I think Kid has to take out Big Mom. Oh, yo, I didn't notice it. Yo, Killer is just straight up holding Hawkins's arm. Sorry, I just didn't register that in my read through. He takes the doll out and he's just sitting there holding the arm, just like, look what I got. Oh, that's got me happy. What if Kid receives Awakening instead of Harky Bloom since he's using more of Devil Fruit? Yeah, give Kid Magneto level of magnetism powers and we Gucci. I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. But I still need to see a little bit of Haki from Kid, right? Like, in the past, I said the only reason Kid wasn't in Udon when Luffy was learning Haki is because Kid already had it. Now, I go, the only reason Kid wasn't in Udon when Luffy was learning Haki is because Luffy needed to learn it before Kid, because Kid's gonna get it in his own way later on. You know what I mean? Like, it was like just conveniently keeping him separate from that part of the narrative. Alright, we've been going for an hour 40 almost. I'm going to wrap the stream up here. Does anyone have anything they want to say before we wrap up? Also, if you haven't done so already, you know what to do. You know it is damn well appreciated, alright? Show your support for the Grand Fleet. Subscribe to the channel. Help us hit our goal of 75 subs for the end of the month of October. We are at 56, alright? In these last few minutes, get your names up on the stream, alright? If you subscribe, it magically appears. And if you haven't done so already, alright, follow me on Twitter at NewWorldSuper2. Join the Discord. The link to the Discord is also in the description down below. Alright, my Twitch is there. I haven't uploaded a single thing to Twitch, but that is definitely in the works. And I tell you what, considering I now have, like, I've got PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, I'm going to be launching a lot of content through there as well. Because I just want to. Right, I'm a creative person and I like creating. All right, I just don't always have the time to get it all out in the best possible manner, but I'm trying to work on it. But also, it may be possible he can code his armament just like how Margaret does with her arrow. I mean, Kid might be able to use Rio like Zoro does, where he armaments up his sword. Could you imagine Kid making a mech with armament haki? Because already, like, armament haki is just strengthening what's already there. Like, we've only, like, whenever people have used armament haki, it's been really impressive. But people that use swords with armament haki are a little bit more impressive. But could you imagine, like, a bloody, you know, Shogun Frankie with full body haki? Like, arguably, that should be the stronger thing and deal more damage. Quick question: which Blue Sea would you like to be born in if you were to be born in the world of One Piece? East Blue, right? North Blue? Screw the North Blue. That's where the most terrifying scumbags come from, right? West Blue is just very alt, you know what I mean? South Blue, I mean, apparently, I'm pretty sure Capone's from the South Blue, and I'm pretty sure that's where all the crime's from, right? East Blue is the peaceful, like, it is just like the no shit's given, just like, live your life, man. Worst thing you got to worry about is some regular dudes trying to invade your town. Really, East Blue's where it's at. If I'm not just born as a celestial dragon, which I wouldn't be, but who knows? With that, I got to dip. Peace out, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great day to you, Kuma. Nothing but love, nothing but respect, mate. I'd like to be born in the New World as a fishman. Do you know what? Being a fishman wouldn't be bad. I've always been a little pissy that we've never had the human fruit model fishman, right? I would have loved to see someone strong get a fishman fruit. It makes all their stats times 10, but they just still can't swim. You know, they can turn into a fishman, but they just can't swim. They can use fishman karate naturally, but they just can't swim. That would have been fun and funny to me. Anyway, gonna close the stream up there. Alright. Again, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel, follow me on all the socials and all that good stuff. If you haven't done so already, like the video as well. Alright? It's been a beautiful video. Alright, and peace. Looks like we've had 124 people at some point in time watch the stream, so that is appreciated. That being said, Kaido's hybrid is somewhat fishman. Yo, you're not wrong, actually. Since it's a fish fruit, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You got me on the technicality yet, Xwell. Alright, peace. Have a damn good day. Nothing but love, nothing but respect. And, yeah, I'll do some more videos over the weekend, so keep an eye out for that greatness. Goodbye.